Life for women and girls is very different, with harsh rules including restrictions on education and employment.
In the heart of Afghanistan, a nation with a strong history faces a tough reality. Its women are struggling for basic rights. In this documentary, we will touch on specific restrictions imposed on Afghan women under the Taliban regime, efforts being made by international organizations to protect and promote the rights of Afghan women, and the prevalent forms of violence and discrimination experienced by the women of Afghanistan.
حجاب در قدم اول خانه اش معلوم گردد و به ولی اش توصیه شود و تنبیه گردد. دو، در قدم دوم ولی اش بر ریاست مربوطه احضار گردد. در قدم سوم ولی اش 3 روز بندی گردد. در قدم چهارم ولی اش به محاکم سپرده شود تا به سزای مناسب محکوم گردد. چادری که در میهن عزیز از قرنهای متمادی بدین سو یک بخش کلتوری با عزت افغانی است. قسم بهترین حجاب است. دو، به نام حجاب لباس سیارنگ مروج و چادر هم حجاب شرعی است که
International organizations are actively engaged in efforts to safeguard and advance the rights of Afghan women. One such organization, Women for Women's International, is dedicated to assisting vulnerable women in Afghanistan by collaborating with local partners to offer essential services, including shelter, clothing, hygiene kits, and mental health support. Additionally, the United States, through the U.S. Agency for International Development, pledged a $30 million commitment in August 2022 to bolster gender equality and the women's empowerment in Afghanistan. This funding, executed in collaboration with the United Nations Entity for Gender Equality and the Empowerment of Women, is allocated to the Enabling Essential Services for Afghan Women and Girls initiative. This activity aims to enhance women and girls' access to social protection services, provide resources and backing for women-led civil society organizations advocating for women's rights, and foster women's economic empowerment through skills training, business development, and entrepreneurship support.
The answer might lie in the lives that numerous Afghans have lived throughout the last 2 years. Upon their arrival, the Taliban moved quickly to sweep away cultural change that had happened since the 2001 invasion. Women were removed from public spaces. Girls' high schools stood empty of students, with education forbidden for teenage girls aged 11 and above. Women were barred from universities. Women are now unable to comfortably.
Afghan women face various forms of violence and discrimination as highlighted by the Afghanistan Independent Human Rights Commission. Research involving 1,051 women revealed widespread instances of physical, sexual, economic, and verbal and psychological violence. Physical violence ranging from kicking and slapping to more severe forms such as beating with a wire, burning, and even amputation, totaling over 3,331 instances. Verbal and psychological abuse encompassed insults, threats of violence or divorce, and demeaning comments about a woman's personality or behavior. Economic violence manifested through denial of alimony, employment prevention, and control over finances. This economic dependency contributes to women's vulnerability, potentially escalating into physical and sexual violence.
فکر نمی کنم که طالبا بتونه افغانستان بسازه. میخواستن که دخترها درس نخونه، نمانن که دخترها پیشرفت کنن و نمیمانن که دخترها کار کنه و زحمت بکشه و افغانستان را بسازه.